Hey guys, Saturday afternoon. Spent all morning helping a buddy put a new strut on his van, and I'm tired, but I'm gonna push through and get some work done out in the garage, which is a mess. I'm gonna show you. Yeah, I'm one of those guys that when I do a job, I don't put my tools away, and then I'll go a couple weeks, and then I'll have this huge mess that takes me like 3 days to clean up. So yeah, I have to clean up the garage this weekend, but I got a project I want to tackle here, and I'll show you what I got. So we're gonna be working on getting some electric power out to some sufficient electric power out to this welder. So I've got some 10-3 Romex, which is, you know, I don't know why 10-4 when you're talking about SOW wire has 4 elements, but 10-3 when you're talking about Romex has 4 elements. But it's 4 element 10 gauge. I got the 4 element, so I can easily convert this circuit to 220 if I decide to sell my welder and get a 220 welder. Then I got 25 feet of 10 gauge SOW wire. Thank you to all you guys that made recommendations to me. I really appreciate it. So that's what I went with. I guess SOW replaces SO wire, and that's also 4 elements. So again, we can do 220, convert it to 220 just by switching out the breaker and the plugs. Now let me show you what I got here. Where is it? Oh. Puppy points? Hi, puppy. Sit. Sit. Oh, she's a pretty girl. She's a pretty girl. Alright, here's what we got. We got a mail call, I'll do that in a minute. I got a retrofit box. I've got a 20 amp plug for the end of the SO. I've got a 30 amp outlet. And a faceplate for it. And a 30 amp locking plug that goes into the 30 amp locking receptacle. So it'll be 30 amp from the box to the wall, and then 20 amp from the wall to the welder. So I think that should be lots of juice for my welder. So, all right. Problem is, I'm gonna put the socket in the wall over there underneath the bottom shelf of that shelf. I can easily pull all that junk out of there. And then I gotta run it down in there, down the wall into this little storage room underneath the staircase, and then over the ceiling of the office downstairs, and through here, and then into the addition, and the boxes right there underneath there. It's yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Trying to fish that wire. I think the hardest part's gonna be once I can get it fished from behind that shelf down this wall into that storage room. I'm golden. So I'm gonna get to it. I'll turn you back on. Okay, first snafu, slight change of plans. I was just laying out my SO cord and seeing how far I could reach. I want this thing to be able to reach far enough so that I can, you know, with the 6-foot cable on the welder, I can reach the back quarter. So this reaches to about the front of the door. So with the extension cable and cable on the wire feed welder, I should be able to get there with this new location. I went downstairs, and my plan for having it over there is partially blocked by the stringer on the steps. And I don't want to try to make that into Swiss cheese, but I did notice that this vacuum port for the central vacuum is fairly easy to get to. So I could probably drill see that goes right through the baseboard there. So if I cut my access hole in the outside wall, I should be able to sneak in there without any problems. But this stringer blocks this, and as I was looking up, the stringer is double wide. There's just not enough room to work up there. So that's just going to be a pain in the butt. So I'm just going to do it this way. All right. Yeah. That wasn't very smart. Hey. Why can't anything just ever be easy? Man, that piece of wood was really thick. Sharpie for scale. Man, it's gotta be. Inch and a half thick. Wow. All right, we're inside. Now I just gotta make this hole big enough for my box. Sometimes you don't have the right tool and you have to improvise. All right, progress. So we fished that cable over the ceiling, and the fun part is this belly. They don't fit so good through here, so I have to suck in my gut to get through this little part. And you go back here where the Blair Witch lives, and fished it over the ceiling there, and then the cable goes through the wall here and then up and then out to that hole. Now, so far so good. Now I just gotta my camera focus. Now I just gotta get the cable up through the ceiling, over into that room, and over where you can't see it in the far wall is the box. Getting there. Whew. It's hot outside. It's the next day, Sunday. Didn't get it finished last night. We have another project going, some landscaping. I'll show you that here in a minute at the end, but let me show you what I got done here. Say hi.
Hi.
Alright, so got a new breaker in the box. Get the orange wire. It's not focusing real well. But why you no focus? Focus. Thank you. Alright, wire goes up kind of to code. Maybe not quite code everywhere, but alright. And to there, and into there, and then over the ceiling. And that wall. Take outside. So I've obviously made some pretty gross miscalculations here. Not only is that the wrong size hole, But I got some drywall work to do. But that ain't no biggie. And I got to do some insulation back there because I can actually feel the air conditioning coming out of the hole. So that guy goes right there. So it's a locking plug, so I don't have to worry about yanking it out by accident. And then SO cable. Take this guy, test it. So the 20 amp connector. I did put a 20 amp breaker in, by the way. Yay! We have power. All right, so that's the new welder plug. Man, that was a pain in the ass. And then I'll just show you the other thing I did this weekend with the wifey. This was first off, we had this came to here, and then it had a long run that dumped right on the sidewalk, and that wasn't gonna fly. It kept the dirt here kept sinking. It was cracking the foundation. Not good. So I ran that drain underneath the sidewalk, and it runs out there to that little pop-up valve. And then we brought in some dirt. We had to bring in a yard of dirt just to even it out and bring it up a bit so that we could grade it from the house. And then we brought in these chips. And it turned out pretty good. This bush was the only thing that was here, and it was all rocks. If I think about it, I'll put a before picture at the end here. And then underneath those rocks there is a drain I put in last fall that goes out to the yard here somewhere. Right there. So, yeah, pretty good. Rocks are terrible. Oh my gosh, I hate rocks. Show you how bad they look. This is what the other section looked like. No good. Good. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.